Get ready.
I'm not ready either. I'm winging it. No.
Oh, you're both winging it.
Did I just say ditto?
I told him if he starts rambling, I'll nudge him.
Ditto?
I'll just stand up what they all said. Thank you.
He may not his hearing
No, he's fine. Just let him. He's on his way.
All right, we are going to have
Who's starting?
the opportunity to hear some speeches.
Think you're starting, Mom?
I'm starting.
Are very close and special to Nathan and Stephanie. First, Nathan's parents, Steph and Marlene. After they're done speaking, Lance and Jenny, Stephanie's parents, will say some cute words about her. After that, Sarah, Stephanie's sister, is going to give a speech. And then after her, Austin, who is Nathan's best man, will talk to us and have announcements after that.
I hope and then we'll go.
Oh, yeah, and then Nathan and Steph will also say things.
Okay. Is it working?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? All right, sweet. I get to start this off. I'm Marlene. I'm Nathan's mom. And I will do this without crying.
Keep it straight up.
Yeah.
This way? Yeah. Oh, that's much better. Okay, there we go. You can hear if it's better. So thinking of things to say about Nathan, I was like, oh, what's some good embarrassing moments? I don't know. But Nathan, he's my miracle of babies. Was he gonna cry? Literally, his big sister leaned over and says, you know, he wouldn't be here if I didn't pray for him. So when she was 4 years old, she came to me and she says, I want a baby brother for my birthday. And I was like, that's not how it works, but okay. And the next month I found out that we were expecting, and I didn't even question it. I knew it was a boy, and we were blessed to have Nathan. And since then, he has been my joy of all joys and my miracle. He's been always one at the dinner table to make sure that there was laughter of plenty at any meal that we had at home. If it wasn't movie quoting, it was like languages, silly accents. Say what? Pablo Picasso. We had lots of great memories and are so excited to see him grow and to become the man he is. And we are so super excited that he has found his partner in crime with a fantastic young lady. And we are so happy to have her in the family. So, Zach, do you want to? I'll let him say some good things too.
I'll do a little more roasting than Marlene will with Nathan. So, Nathan's hard for me to talk about too, because straight like this. Yeah. Wow, this feels really weird. It's hard to talk about Nathan. Nathan's not just my son, he's one of my best friends. I literally feel comfortable with him on any dark alley in any city because I know I can step out of the way and he can tackle him. But he's been a great kid. In fact, that's where the first roast is going to come from. One day he came home from high school and he says, hey, Dad, I've joined this sport called rugby. And I'm like, oh, cool, I think I've heard of that. And he goes, and I signed up to be the team hooker. And I, of course, was concerned because I have no idea what rugby is at this point. Come to find out, it was a very important position on the team, and watched him for, 4 years, really try to get to that spot and earn that spot on the team. And this is the part where I learned a lot about Nathan's character. His last year of playing rugby in high school was he played to the very last second. He knew he was losing, but he scored with just seconds left just to keep going. And as I watched him do that, I knew that Nathan's going to accomplish whatever he wants to. And that he's just going to be a good example all the time of trying to be a good man. And I appreciated that example that day on the field. Another thing is, I appreciate you, Stephanie. We've got the privilege to get to know her quite a bit this year. She's been up, she comes up with Nathan quite often to visit. and actually helped Marlene this summer with an internship, and came to the camp that we ran for a weekend, and just got to know her better up there and to see what she's made of, and was really, really grateful that you're part of our family now. So welcome to the family, and thank you, Lance and Jenny, for raising such a great daughter.
All right, so I don't just wing it well, so I had to write mine down, and I will attempt to not cry, but I've been pretty weepy all day. Happiness is realizing the baby girl I once held in my arms has grown into a fiercely independent, deeply kind, and wildly capable soul. Steph, thanks for choosing me to be your mom and letting me be a part of your life. I've always said she's a gatherer. Watching you gather people to you and love and care for them, it brings me so much joy. You are an incredible woman, and it is my absolute honor to call you mine. I look forward to watching you move into this next part of your life and kill it as well. Know that your dad and I are here to support and love you however you both need. We love you. And then to Nate, we are thrilled to welcome you into our family. After Nate's first visit down, my sister asked me, she's like, what do you think of him? And I said, oh, he has the kindest eyes. And I still think that he just has these kind eyes. Thank you for loving Steph just the way she is, and always looking at her with your loving, kind eyes. One of the first experiences we had with Nate, we went to the Luminaria well, not this last December, but the one before. And Stephanie and I are a lot alike, and we are a lot. A lot of the time, we're a lot. And so, she's skipping through the Luminaria, and instead of, he never looked at her like, oh, she's so embarrassing. He just went up, grabbed onto her hand, and was skipping along with her, just joining in. And he always just looks at her like, oh, that's my Steph, And I love that. I'm grateful that you found, oh dear, I just scooched. Stand by. I'm grateful that you found, I'm very grateful that I found someone who loves me in my loud and crazy, and I'm grateful that you found someone who loves you and you're loud and crazy. Steph and I and Lance on occasion enjoy cheesy Hallmark movies more than most people, and I want you, may your life be your very favorite love story. We love you both. There you go.
I've been worried about this ever since I was told to do it. I just remember Stephanie coming along as me and Jen's first daughter, and it was just so different and fun to have a little girl running around the house and to watch her grow throughout the years. And I had a great time of going to Indiana with her, and then I had the great pleasure of being able to take all the kids, but including her, to school every morning. And I would sing to her, and she'd just look at me really weird. But we would have a lot of fun talks and things. But watching her grow up and become a woman has been a very good thing, and I really enjoyed it. I was also told that I should give marriage advice. And so I have two pieces of advice for you and Nate. But before I do that, I know that they go together, because when she was at college, she'd call or she'd come down and we'd have talks, and she'd talk about different things she was doing and different activities. And she would say that she was going country dancing. And I was like, okay, that's really fun. But then she'd say, I'm like, did you just dance with anybody? And she goes, well, I danced with this one guy, Nate. But she would always light up, and her eyes would sparkle. And I asked her once, I says, oh, are you guys dating? And she says, no, we're just friends. And I'm like, well, maybe you should think about that, because you light up when you talk about him, and you want to marry your best friend. And then eventually she caught on to the idea, and they started dating. But to watch her light up and everything was fantastic. And when we met him, it was perfect. It was like I knew why she lit up. But seriously, on the 2 things of advice, these things need to be started right off the bat. And so your children and everybody will understand what you're doing and the time that you're taking to be with each other. And the first thing is date often, even before you have kids. Have a date at least once a week. And second, shower together. Because ask my children, they know. Mom and dad are in the shower. So it's time away from everybody. It's quiet. The kids are just, they know where mom and dad are. So when the kids are young, that might be the only date you get for a while. So I love you both. I am so glad to have Nate in our family. No, I wouldn't do that to you. Wait till you get married.
Is this working? Straight up like this. Yeah. Like this? Yep. Yes. That's weird. Okay, I don't just wing it either. I write things down. So I'm Steph's little sister, if you caught on to that. I just wanted to start off by saying how grateful I am to have the chance to stand next to Steph on her special day. Oh, sorry. I'm also grateful for the fact of having such an amazing guy that came into Steph's life, part of our family now. Nate, we are so blessed to have you in our family. It makes me sad I have to pass off my best friend at you, but I know you'll give her the love and care she needs. Ooh. Now for the fun stuff. I'm sure Steph was pretty nervous when she asked me to speak, but I know I had a couple of jokes up my sleeve, but for the sake of everyone, I'll keep that on the low. Stephanie has been my built-in best friend. Not everyone is lucky enough to have a big sister in their life, and not everyone is lucky enough to have Steph in theirs. For the longest time, she's been my biggest supporter and still is. And for anyone who knows Steph, I think we all can agree that she's the most selfless, kind-hearted person. Growing up, I always looked up to her and wanted to be like her, and always make her proud. The way she puts everyone above herself and has the kindest heart is truly admiring. I gave her a run for her money as a little sister. I fought with her a lot, bugged her every second, and definitely was super sassy towards her. But all I can remember is her being there in every moment whenever I needed her. Whether or not I was waking up in the middle of the night scared and her letting me squish in her twin bed with her, or the fact of multiple phone calls crying and always having them end up laughing, she was there. Oh. I've watched her grow up and go through a lot of things, trying to find her people and most importantly, trying to find her person. I knew Nate was the one for her when I made him sit at the end of my bed and gave him a room tour that lasted 30 to 40 minutes. And for the reference, I don't have a very clean room, and he was the closest person there, so I had to grab him and show him. He didn't enjoy it by any means, but he sat there and listened to me yap about all sorts of things and didn't complain. Amongst other reasons why Nate was the one for Steph, but the one that stood out the most to me was the love and care he showed her. Nate didn't just show Steph how to love should be like, he showed me and my whole family, and for that I'll forever be grateful for Nate and his example. I appreciate all you do for her and the love and care you provide my best friend with. Steph told me to keep this short, but when it comes to talking about her, I could go on for days. She's the best person in the world, and I love her more than anything. I've truly been blessed to grow up with her, and I hope Nate is feeling blessed to be able to grow old with her. Growing up with Steph was a lot of fun. We had a lot of good times, bad times, happy times, and crying times. But the thing I always took away from our conversations was the love she had for me, even when I came to her with mistakes I've done. She's honest, patient, loving, kind, and beautiful, and anyone who crosses paths with her should feel lucky. I've truly enjoyed watching her fall in love and getting to see the happiness in her life that Nate brings. I love you so much, and I love you too, Nate, and I can't wait to watch you guys every single day.
So I think I'm the only one that got invited to speak that's not actually related to anyone up here. So I'm going to give a little bit of the outside perspective on kind of what's going on here, kind of what I started on. So I've known Nate for a couple of years, really, really good friend of mine. It kind of started out, I think some of my earliest memories of Nate are him sleeping on my couch, kind of in order to escape into our apartment, into the loving arms of our apartment. And then from there, it just kept going. Late night burrito runs. He came out shooting with us very early on just to kind of spend time with us. Quickly moved into our apartment, moved his stuff into our apartment, and then just kept spending time with us, kept having a great time. And it was great to have him around, right up until he ran away back to Idaho. He went back up there for about a year and a half-ish, I think. And I think the whole time I was just haranguing him, just harassing him to get back down to Logan because he needed to be back here with people that he loved. And then during that time, I actually met Steph and was hanging out and spending time with Steph and a lot of her roommates during that time. And then Nate came back down, and I didn't have the opportunity to do and spend a bunch of time with him before he quickly ran into Steph. I'd like to say that I had a hand in like putting them together, but I really didn't. They just found them. They just found each other. He came back down. Steph was in the ward. He came in, was living with another buddy of ours, and I think I remember the first time I ever saw them together, they had like a little secret handshake or something, or like a best friend handshake. And I was like, I didn't even know that they knew each other. So it quickly went on from more than just secret handshakes from there. I remember him telling me about their very first date, watching Lord of the Rings together. They would often run off and go swing dancing together. And I actually remember the night that I think it was the night that you asked her to be your girlfriend. We were out doing some stuff together, and you guys kind of disappeared. Turns out they went into the fairgrounds, like kind of onto the rodeo field, just to go dance by themselves out in the middle of the night. And if that's not the most romantical thing ever, then I don't know what is. I don't know how you say no to a guy that does that kind of stuff. But it's been great watching them just get along with each other and progress in their relationships and grow closer to each other. I will say up until now I've enjoyed, spending like late evenings with Nate in our apartment, doing burrito runs and different stuff, going on different trips and stuff with him now. Now he's found a forever companion to go do that with. And though I hope to maybe do that occasionally and have some good times, I think we're all here to celebrate Nate and Stephanie. And so I look forward to seeing where they'll go, and I look forward to seeing their marriage and their relationship, and I'm so happy to see these two wonderful people get together. And I think we can all join in saying that.
Oh, okay. He's not going to stand next to me. I just want to start by saying thank you for all of you coming all the way to Logan and freezing your butts off all day. I was just telling my mom we were sitting here. It makes my heart really happy to see all my favorite people in one spot. We're really blessed to have all of you guys here supporting us, and it means a lot. I love you, and I'm so thankful for today. And I just wanted to say thanks to my parents, not just for funding today, but also for raising me and my siblings. Me and my siblings talk a lot about how they had 5 out of 5 wins. The fact that they raised all of us and we all turned out really good is a miracle because we gave them a run for their money. So we're really grateful for them as parents and everything that they've done for us in our lives. And then also Nate's family has welcomed me in so much, and I love all of you, and I'm so thankful for you guys. And yeah, I'm just really happy. So thank you all for coming and supporting us. It means the world.
To close out the speeches tonight, I just want to echo what has been said, saying thank you all for being here so much, and thank you for being a part of our lives. Without each and every one of you, we would not be who we are today. You've all played roles in our lives, and we're extremely thankful for that. It was very early on when I knew Steph that I knew that she was someone special that I could not let go. The story of the secret handshake is that Steph and I met at a church activity. And at the end of that activity, I just told her, I was like, all right, we're best friends now, so I'll see you later. And then I showed up on church the next Sunday, and I said, hey, we're best friends, and it's our 1 week anniversary, so you know what that means. And she looked at me really concerned, which is fair. And I said, well, now it's time for a best friend handshake to commemorate. And the second I knew that she was amazing was that later that night, she sent me YouTube videos of handshake ideas. And I said, she's the one. And that was very early on where I realized that she's amazing. And it didn't take me long to realize how much I loved her. And that I didn't want to go another day in my life without you. I love you so much. And Mom, Dad, I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done for us and for raising me. And thank you, Jenny and Lance, for Stephanie. And again, to all of you, thank you so much for being here. And with that, please enjoy each other's company tonight. We're going to open up a dance floor. It's going to be hopping. But please just have fun. Revel in family and enjoy. And thank you all so much for being here. Oh, okay. All right, it's all you, Amanda.
Just those 4 tables.
All right, can we just give them a huge round of applause? I wasn't told that I was allowed to give a speech, but then they told me I could MC and they gave me a microphone, so I'm going to say something about them. Nathan has been the best older brother I could have ever asked for. Through him, I learned what it meant to feel the Savior's love. He has really just been the epitome of that. And he was there on all my darkest times, and he was there for all my greatest times. And when he moved to Utah, I wasn't living in Idaho, and then I came home, and he was living at home, and then he moved out. And I was like, oh, well, okay. And then he came back to Utah and he met Steph, and the first time he told us about her, I was like, he's gonna get married. And it has been my greatest pleasure to see my older brother love somebody so deeply. And Steph, I just love you so much. I need you to know that, and Nathan, I love you too.
Okay.
All right, and so now that I'm done just yapping at them, if you are done eating, we would ask that you clean up your area. There are trash cans, and then once these center tables are done and cleaned up, we're going to scooch them out of the way so we can get a dance, right? Yep. In the center here, so that way we can have our nice little dance party later. So, that's it. If you need more food, is there more? Who's in charge of it? There's more food, so if you're still hungry, please go and consume.
Who's going to clear out this table?
We'll take care of it.